What's going on, guys? It's Deathmonk here. Today I'm going to be talking about some rather interesting information concerning the teaser trailer or announcement trailer that we got for Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Now, we've got some rather juicy information, guys, so I'm going to break it all down and see what we can actually take from this really cool looking trailer. Now, first of all is the very final moments where we get to see the logo reveal and actually the music that's actually used during this point in the trailer. So for those who missed it, I'll just play this through once again. So what you guys just heard is actually a remixed version of the song called The Hand That Feeds by 9 Inch Nails. Now, interestingly, for those who don't know, the actual lead singer for 9 Inch Nails is actually Trent Reznor, who actually did the soundtrack for Black Ops 2, more famously for performing the song Adrenaline, which was used for the theme music while in the lobby of multiplayer in Black Ops 2. So could we potentially see maybe Adrenaline return as multiplayer lobby menu music? Let me know what you guys' views and opinions are of that in the comments box down below. So also, I'm just going to move on to the actual main trailer itself. So during this, we actually see, just turn this off. There we go. So basically, you will notice during this trailer, specifically, I'll just see if I can skip forward just a little bit here, guys. You will notice during this trailer there has been scenes of the red and black butterfly. Now, obviously at one point you will notice when the red and black butterfly goes in, like, behind the glass screen. We don't know exactly what causes that. However, when it does go behind that glass screen, it actually creates, when David Mason actually presses on that screen, it actually creates like a butterfly effect. So basically a butterfly effect theory is one small change in moments can have a life-changing effect in moments. So that is really interesting. The red butterfly could also suggest or represent the Celerium virus from Black Ops 2 that Menendez unleashed on the West, acting as a memory that follows David Mason, which torments his past and what his father Alex Mason had to go through. Also, you'll notice the effect that, or the crack that is actually created by the butterfly after it was pressed on by David, or Alex I should be, David I should really be saying, actually represents the exact same effect, if that makes sense. So if you compare this all the cracks from this actual press on the screen, it actually looks very, very similar to that of, let me just see if I've actually made a note of this somewhere, just give me one moment. It closely resembles the exact same crack, if that makes sense, as the Enigma Tech weapon blueprint. So the only differences being with that, it actually has a white glass type animated animation, if that makes sense. So the blueprint flashes numbers representing the numbers program from Black Ops 2 set up by Nikita Dragovich, and which is really interesting to say the least. So that is really interesting to think about. And for those who don't know, the Enigma Tech blueprint is actually part of the Black Ops 6 Prestige Master Level 1000 rewards. So that's really interesting. There's also another award associated with that called Mindbreak. And this actually represents the trippy moments during this trailer. Now, first of all, the first scene after the Mindbreak closely resembles this moment right here. Now, this may appear to be nothing to most people, but if you look very carefully, it closely resembles, if you look at like this little walkway in the bottom right hand corner of your screen and the stairways behind it, actually closely resembles that of the Mount Yamantau complex that you actually discover with Hudson and Weaver on Black Ops 1 and Alex Mason and Woods actually returning to the location in Black Ops Cold War. So that is really interesting. So I'm just going to move on to the next screen, or next portion of this trailer, which is this. Now, this may again appear to be not very obvious to most people, but actually in actual fact, you will notice when you play just a little bit further, you will notice that David Mason is actually standing on top of a skyscraper. And the city skyline is actually that of Kowloon City in Hong Kong. Now, Kowloon City in Hong Kong is actually the exact same location that you meet one of Dragovich's former associates, if you will, when discovering the Project Nova from Black Ops 1. So that is really interesting, to say the least. Next scene, oopsie-daisy, apologies about that. I'm just going to have to quickly skip forward. I didn't mean to do that in the first place. I'm just going to skip a little wee bit ahead. Now this scene where you notice David Mason actually inside of a shipping container is actually referencing the moment where you actually save Frank Woods, playing as Alex Mason in an area of Angola, after he was placed there to die by Raul Menendez. So that is really an interesting moment there. So well, it could be, we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen with that during the Black Ops 7 campaign. Next scene, you will notice actually David Mason happens to be in the interrogation room, and you'll notice in the center there's also all the TVs from the interrogation part of the previous Black Ops campaigns, and also you notice there is in the background the bed, and this is where Dragovich, Steiner, and Kravchenko brainwashed David's father Alex during the Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 time frame in the campaigns. So that is really interesting. Let me know what you guys' opinions are of this in the comments box down below. Now I'm going to go quiet just for a few moments because there's actually some background speech that can actually be heard if you turn up your volume loud enough. So I'm going to let this play through. Let me know what you guys' opinions are.
It's a powerful thing. David Mason.
So that is really interesting. Let me know what you guys' opinions are of that in the comments box down below. But I'm just going to quickly run through the transcript of what was said. So David went at the start, just after pressing the butterfly. In the next scene, he actually says, "What the bleep?" Then there's background echoing that says, "This isn't real. Well, 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 you're not here." David responds, "Someone will save us." Echo says, "We are the same, David." David says, "I've watched you die." Echo in the background, "Get out of my head." Then David screams with "ah." Then you'll hear, like, after that, after the doors close on the actual shipping containers, you'll hear some maniacal laughter, presumably by Raul Menendez. Then he went on to say, "Look at me, David. Opulence is sinful, and you'll pay for it. Fear is a powerful thing. David Mason." Then David responds, "Menendez." Now, the only thing that is a little bit questionable at the moment is Obviously, if you think about the Black Ops 2 campaign, which was set, of course, in 2025, of course, you'll notice at the end of that campaign, even though it was a choose your fate type scenario, that, of course, Menendez technically should be dead. But apparently, for those who don't know, I'm pretty sure most of you guys will probably be already realizing this, that Menendez is his original actor, that basically the person who actually played Menendez back in Black Ops 2 has now passed away as of 2023. So obviously there will, because I'm not sure whether it was the cancer that he was actually suffering from, may suggest that that's probably the reason why he actually died during the Black Ops 2 campaign. Whether he knew that or not is a complete mystery. But anyway, so obviously it won't be the exact same actor that played Menendez in Black Ops 2. We don't know who the new actor will be, but we'll have to wait and see. But basically, all the speech that you just heard is basically represents the Prestige Master Level 1000 award called Silent Whisper, which is one of the sprays. Now, interestingly, what you guys heard during that by Menendez is silent whispering. So that is really interesting. Now, I'm just going to cut across to what you guys are currently seeing on screen of David Mason holding an assault rifle. Now, we can't really exactly make out which specific assault rifle this is. However, we can make our best guess as potentially a HV K30 assault rifle or the ICR. So we'll have to wait and see. It's a bit difficult to tell exactly which assault rifle this potentially is. It could be a brand new one, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm just going to fast forward just a little wee bit. You will notice at another point during this little piece of footage that David Mason also holding a Cap 40 pistol. So that is really interesting. Also, I'm just going to pause this video again. Now, there's several teasers that most people probably won't have realized. So I'm just going to go to the actual official key art here, which is this, as you guys are currently seeing on screen. Now, interestingly, majority of the teasers all appear on the right-hand side in the orange section. Now, first of all, is actually, believe it or not, coordinates. Now, after researching these coordinates, they've actually come back as a location in Japan. So that is really interesting. Big massive shout out to Killer Stage, who actually assisted me in deciphering what this actual coordinates actually locate to. So that is really interesting. Also, you will notice there's actual dates here. One of which is the 20th of June 2025, which is the one on the lower half of this screen that you're currently looking at, and the one above it is the 20th of June 2035. Now, Black Ops 7 will be set during 2035, so that is a really important date to remember about, guys. So that is really interesting. You can see like other areas of the actual key art also referencing those exact same dates as well. Now, doing a little bit further digging, you will actually notice, pretty much where in the center of your screen right now, there's like a little orange square bit of light, but on closer inspection, it actually does say the word Avalon. So that is really interesting. Suggests that could we potentially be going to Avalon during the Black Ops 7 campaign? Let me know what you guys' views and opinions are of that in the comments box down below. And further down towards the bottom right corner, you can actually make out the name Kagan. Now, Kagan is actually, believe it or not, I'm just going to quick flip back to the trailer, is actually this female character, as you guys can see, talking with Alex Mason during the trailer. So she will have some sort of part to play during the Black Ops 7 campaign. And the dates that I mentioned earlier, the 26th, 2025, these actually references the date for the Cordis Dia movement set up by Raul Menendez, which would play after his assassination. So that is really interesting. And for those who don't know, that was actually shown during the Black Ops 2 campaign on the 20th, which would technically be on 20th of June 2025, aka Judgment Day. So that's really interesting. Now I'm just going to fast forward here, guys, towards the end of this trailer. I'm just going to talk about what you guys see at this point. So as you guys can see, first of all, we can make out what appears to be an airship type score streak. So that is really interesting. So this could either be for multiplayer, or this could be maybe like the transition screen that you see between missions in campaign. this screen, as you guys are currently seeing, of the what appears to be a big massive type tomahawk or combat axe that's been thrown onto the map. But interestingly, if you look eyes right to where these two towers are, like the two towers with like the cylindrical type top on them, or cylindrical domes, actually represents the exact same building used in the Black Ops 2 mission Time and Fate. And this is the mission where Alex Mason and Hudson raid Menendez's mansion, and this is where Woods kills Menendez's sister Josefina with a grenade during the Black Ops 2 campaign. So that is really interesting. Now there is another piece of short footage here of the... Excuse me a second. I don't know why I'm accidentally pressing buttons I should not be pressing. Hang on a second. Now this, as you guys are currently seeing on screen, appears to be some prison cells. Now the prison cells, could these potentially suggest a return maybe of the Zombies map Mob of the Dead? Or maybe Alcatraz or something similar. Also, if you look at eyes right at a certain point during this, you will also notice there is what appears to be a pair of hands actually holding onto the actual bars of the prison cell itself. So please excuse the fact that my... there we go. So as you guys can see, you'll notice there's some hands jutting on, like gripping onto the bars of the prison cell there. Very, very interesting. Now, further on, you'll notice there's 4 individuals who appear to be wing gliding into what could potentially be either the campaign map, which can be open world, which is Avalon, which has been teased for quite a while now. It was supposed to be in Black Ops 6, but that for whatever reason never actually happened. Or this could potentially suggest maybe a Warzone map that could happen during Black Ops 7's life cycle, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Also, you'll notice there's this rather interesting score streak, presumably, but as you'll notice on the bottom left of that score streak in the bottom left corner of your screen, or just behind my face cam, you'll notice it actually just say the word Marines. So we'll have to wait and see what the significance of that is, but that's really interesting to think about. Then you'll notice there's this rather interesting scene where you actually see Mason actually uncloak himself and then attack an enemy behind him. Now, this could potentially be like a new multiplayer ability or perk, maybe a returning ability from Black Ops 3. I think there was an ability called Active Camo, which is where you can cloak yourself up and then at your own free will, you can take out an enemy without them knowing that you're there. But we'll have to wait and see on that. There's a couple more here, guys. It's this one right here. Now, this presumably is a score streak or a kill streak. And interestingly, on the screen behind, you'll notice it actually just say the word dog, D-A-W-G. So, as you guys are currently seeing, this score streak closely resembles a dog walking around, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. And the very final one is this scene from Zombies, which we can potentially associate maybe like a Dark Ether version of Transit. Yes, guys, if you remember the Transit map from way back in the day, it could potentially be returning as a Dark Ether variant in Black Ops 7 Zombies. So I want to know what you guys' views and opinions are of this. Let me know in the comments box down below. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so there's an upload, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.